You mentioned social media, and now with sites like Instagram or platforms like Instagram, Facebooks, we have ArtStation. What are maybe some marketing tips for up and coming 3D artists to really just get their eyeballs on their more eyeballs and more traffic on their works?
Being active, basically, discipline, consistency, right? You just need to do art, improve yourself, and just practice as much as you can. One of the mistakes I see is people post something and they expect to get good feedback from everyone. And so what happens is, like, a lot of people give them good impression. Oh, amazing work, you did it. Everything is. I saw a portfolio. The guy said, I applied for a job and no one is responding to me. And he posted on Facebook. Someone, like a couple of people messaged, I like gave him a comment, and on the comment section they told him, I don't see anything wrong with your portfolio, just try more. That couldn't be far from the truth. Okay, so I mean, sometimes social media gives you the wrong impression because people don't want to hurt your feelings, if that makes sense, which I think is wrong, because you need to, how a samurai sword is made? It goes through a lot of pressure, heating, cooling down, hammering, hundreds of times. It takes a long time to make a really good samurai sword.
I think with social media, you do get a skewed picture, and sometimes you get those extremes, right? You get people that are, just tell you, they kind of don't want to hurt your feelings, and then you have the other side where they just are ruthless, right? And they tear you down, especially when like a new artist, right? And they post their works, and sometimes.
The reality is this. Sorry for cutting you. The reality is, as an artist, you know yourself where you stand. You know if you're good enough or very good or average or above average. You know your level. So it's oftentimes it's like it's our ego that makes us to post something to get approval from others. Sometimes we are not ready to listen to like others' opinion about feedback. Like basically, if someone says, "Hey, your art sucks," that's fine. That we have to get in. You have to hear it somewhere to improve yourself, because that's how we develop a better mindset. We get tough like a samurai sword. So I mean, one of the things I tell my students is, if someone tells you your work is good, doubt it. Not doubt it in a doubtful about yourself. Just think twice. Okay, maybe this person is not saying something. Let me talk to someone else. Let me show it to someone else. I show my work to my wife when I work on something, and she's like, "Oh, this is not good," or "This is good. What's wrong with his ears?" And it's the most honest feedback I get. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to investigate more. Or when I make YouTube videos, I show it to my wife first, and then she's like, "You should change this part." She's brutal. Like, what the hell is this? Don't put this video. Or what is this character? Don't make this. It's bad. So
I think too, with like social media, there's this dynamic that sometimes somebody can create a piece of fan art, right? And they're kind of just liking it and commenting because they like the subject matter, and and not the work itself, right? If you create something that's like uber popular, like a fan art piece, maybe as far as stylistically or technically, it's not the greatest piece, but people, and then I think what happens is other people see it's like, oh, well, this is working. Let me try to emulate that, right? So sometimes just social media can be funny as far as we get caught up in the likes, right? And seeing what gets traction and attention, but sometimes it doesn't mean that it's the best or most polished piece of artwork out there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and the thing is, social media is great when you I don't like to say show off, because that's not a good way. As soon as you let your ego to take over, that's the end. It's over. Everyone is going to notice it. No one is going to like you, to be honest. I think it should be about just presenting your work, showing your progress, and getting in touch with new people, finding new people in the industry, or friends, or someone who really wants to communicate with you. That's how I found a lot of my friends. That's how you found me, right? I on YouTube, and then you were like, yeah, let's talk, let's chat, right? So that's how you make connections. And And I think being active is good on social media, YouTube. I don't like Facebook. I use it because people are like, I wanted to close it. A lot of people messaged me. They said, don't close it. That's why I keep it open just for those who want to stay in touch on Facebook. But I don't like Facebook. I think Instagram and YouTube are the best platforms, especially Instagram, because yeah, I mean, for our work, YouTube is great if you want to be on the camera, see your flaws, and you know, talk and learn to speak better or make a different type of audience, right? And it's just a different platform. But I think it's important to learn how to use social media. Being active on it is good. Posting your work in progress, you know, posting your finalized artwork, and being consistent. Consistency is the key, man. Like if you keep doing it, you might not get any results, but eventually it's gonna start growing slowly, if that makes sense.
No, totally.